Hey guys, it's your girl Shane2121 coming at you with a quick video on how to make ravioli lasagna. Yes, ravioli lasagna. I was looking at a recipe through Ready, Set, Eat, and I'm actually doing a post on my website about ravioli and how to make quick dinners using ravioli. So I thought this would be a nice quick recipe. So I've got all the ingredients here. You need a pan, you need 2 cans of ravioli, and I do stuff a little bit different. I do stuff by feel, by taste. And so I'm going to use a bigger can of ravioli. You're going to use spinach, which I already squeezed out the juice in. Cottage cheese, Italian blend cheese, tomatoes, and cooking spray, and Italian seasoning. Look at that, I have spinach on there. So I've already preheated my oven to 375. I've already got my spinach already squeezed out. So the next thing is to combine the ravioli, the diced tomatoes, and Italian seasoning in a microwavable bowl. I'm just going to empty my raviolis into this bowl.
I'm going to eat dinner.
You're going to eat dinner, yes.
That tastes good.
And then we're going to dump a can of tomatoes. And I'm just using the Hunt's basil, garlic, and oregano since it's Italian. Just dump a can of those in there. And then what we're going to do is put this in the microwave until it's hot. For 4 to 5 minutes. And so while we're waiting on that to warm up, then you can go ahead and do your cottage cheese mixture. So you're going to combine cottage cheese, a cup of cottage cheese, with your spinach and black pepper in a bowl. And again, this is actually about 3 cups of spinach. I really like spinach. So I'm going to do 3 cups. And when you're cooking, you just have to figure out what you want to do. I rarely will follow a recipe to the T. I always will just tweak it.
No, me.
So it says a cup of cottage cheese. But I think I might put more. I might just put the whole bucket in here. It's not that much. It's probably about 2 cups. Yeah, it's exactly 2 cups. So now I'm going to go ahead and just add some black pepper to taste. Again, I go by feel. I will put the actual link to the actual recipe up. But it's supposed to be half a teaspoon of ground pepper. Like I said, some people like to go by the recipe and others like to make it their own and kind of wing it. You got to put what you like in there because, well, you're going to eat it. And the recipe might not have as much of an ingredient that you would enjoy in there. So we're just going to make sure we mix this up. And this is going to be like the ricotta layer, I guess, you know, with ravioli or with lasagna, but instead using cottage cheese. And the recipe calls for 1%, but you can use, you know, whatever percent you want to use. And I think, what did I get? I just got the low fat, which I think is 1%. Yeah, I think it's 1%. So we just mix that up. And then the next step is that's still going. That's mixed. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put half of the ravioli mix in the bottom of the dish. And then we'll layer it. And then we're going to top it with all kinds of cheese. And now, again, this recipe calls for 1 cup of cheese. That ain't enough. 1 cup. What am I going to do with 1 cup of cheese? 1 cup of cheese, 1 cup of cheese. Let me check on this and see how hot it is. And basically we're pre-cooking it is all we're doing. It's pre-cooking it before it goes into the microwave. I mean into the oven. And basically the only reason we're going to put it in the oven is so that the cheese gets all nice and bubbly and delicious. Because truth be told, my husband and kids will eat ravioli out the can. So, yeah, pretty nasty, I know.
This is true.
So, 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. And I'm just going to kind of sprinkle. That's good. That smells good. Just kind of mix those tomatoes in there. And I kind of want to put one more can of tomatoes in here. There's not enough tomatoes to me. So, to my cupboard I go. Let's see. Get one more can out. And it's going to bake in the oven for 15 minutes. So these tomatoes will be just fine. And I just thought about it, and I have those canned tomatoes that Clay and his mom made, and I totally forgot about it. I could use those right now. Damn it. Oh well. Yeah, well. So I just added another one of the same can, basil and oregano in it. Just going to spray with the pan cooking spray. And we're just going to go ahead and layer it in there. And I've never made this before, so I don't know how it's going to taste, how it's going to come out. That's the fun of it. So just kind of layer that in there. You can use a bigger pan, smaller pan, depending on how much you have. And then it says just to go ahead and put this on. Just kind of layer that in there.
Looks like marshmallows.
Smells good. And then I'm just going to layer it with some cheese. And then I'm just going to put the rest on top of that. Oh my gosh, this stuff smells so good. And I love ravioli, so I never thought that you can make different things with ravioli. So this site is really cool because it just gives you all types of different recipes that you can make with ravioli that I had no clue that you could even do. No clue. So I'm going to try some more of the recipes on there. You guys got to check it out. I'm going to do a post, a step-by-step post on this for people that don't watch my YouTube channel on my page. So it'll have the link to the recipe as well. If you want to follow along, you know, exactly what the recipe says. And that is fine to do. I just like to break the rules. And I absolutely love lasagna. So I'm hoping this is really tasty. And we'll go ahead and we'll cover it See, 1 cup, I already put like 1 cup on just the other layer. So I will use this whole bag of cheese, because that's just how I roll. Yeah. Cheese is good.
Yep.
Serve this up with some garlic bread and you are good. And you know, if you're a couponer like I am, then you need to pay attention now. If you are a couponer like I am, then you had most of this stuff in your house already. You had your tomatoes, you had your raviolis when they went on sale. You know, you had your pan cooking spray, your Italian seasoning, your black pepper. All you really probably had to go out and get was cheese and the cottage cheese. So this is a really quick and cheap recipe for us frugal people out there. So let's see. Do that, repeat. And then I'm just going to throw it in the oven. So I will be back with the finished product. My son is videotaping me, so I'm trying to give him hand cues and stuff. And I got off of work, so that's why I'm, you know, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this puppy in the oven, and we will be back in 15 minutes when it's done cooking. So we'll be back. Alright guys, I am back, and obviously this is the finished product. It's all yummy goodness right there with all that cheese all nice and brown. I love that. So that is my yummy goodness. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy. My kids are like ready to dive into this. So I will put the link up to my site on the review on this and what we thought about it. So please check it out. I will be back with more videos. Been super busy, been out of town. So I will talk to you guys later. We're about to get our grub on. Deuces!